Hello, everyone. Rick Walsh here. I want to welcome everybody to our presentation this evening. We've got a lot of great information to share with you. We're going to talk about tonight's topic is retirement. You know, when I was growing up, my parents and everyone of that generation seemed to work for the same company for 30 years. At the end of that, when they retired, they got a gold watch and a pension plan. You know, those days are long gone. The government has made it abundantly clear that we are responsible for our own retirement. Social Security is just a stopgap measure. That's why we have things like IRAs, individual retirement accounts, 401ks, etc. So here's the question. Will they suffice? Is that a good way to go? In other words, let me ask you this question. Will you be able to retire at age 65 and enjoy the same lifestyle that you'll have at age 64 while you were working? And be able to do that indefinitely? Well, if the answer is no, we probably have the answer for you. Once again, welcome. My name is Rick Walsh. I'm Vice President of Sales, Freedom Equity Group. 33 years full-time in the direct sales and the insurance industry, author of a few books, publisher of an industry trade journal, and been a guest on numerous radio and television talk shows, and built sales teams into the thousands. And so we really do have a whole new world of opportunity here. And we're going to talk about how you could retire early, retire in style, and retire tax-free. We're going to go into some common sense retirement solutions. How to get 300% more spendable income. We're going to let you know what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. Because quite simply, we're on a crusade to change your future and your family's well-being, to change America. You have a chance to be part of a revolution and change the retirement landscape of America. Our product, quite simply, what do we provide? We provide a financial retirement vehicle that grows with stock market-like returns, but doesn't have the downside risk. It's completely tax-free, income tax-free, and can be totally funded for you or your family should you get sick or die. And then we're going to talk about an opportunity for you to earn over $1,000 on every client that maybe wants to put a $300 initial investment into their program. Probably sounds a little too good to be true, but actually our product is funded and backed by a company with over $20 billion. They're over 100 years old. And we got a pretty big market, about 200 million plus. For example, the 82 million millennials, ages 20 to 34, 50% of college graduates now, well, they don't have a job. And then there's 46 million Generation X's, but 23 million out of work. And the baby boomers, yeah, that's my generation. We have socked away $4.3 trillion into IRAs and 401ks. Was that a smart move? We'll get into that. And then there's 40 million seniors, the great generation. You know, it's a shame. So many millions of them are on food stamps. Well, we're going to change that. There's a lot of dilemmas, 3 major dilemmas that, you know, we face when it comes to retirement. And the first one, well, it'll surprise you. It's not making it to retirement. It's outliving your retirement income. In other words, the ultimate benefit of our program is retirement income for life. And we can do that in an income tax-free environment. So let me ask the question, is the IRA or the 401k the best place to put your retirement nest egg? Not according to Time magazine. You see, the ugly truth is that the 401k is a lousy product. It's a financial flop. It has high fees, high risk, high taxes. But what if there was a way to opt out of the tax system with your retirement savings and have no risk to your growth? Take, for example, Cherry. She was retired, not working, a nurse, age 63. Her husband passed away. She decided she needed to go back to work because, you see, her retirement was losing money in the stock market, and her broker said, don't take your money out now. You'll never recoup your losses. And the next 2 days while she was thinking about it, the market tanked 600 points again. Well, now she's pretty secure with us that her retirement will be $28,000 per year, income tax-free from 72 on, and she can get up to $7,000 per month over 4 years should she have a qualifying illness. And here she was losing money consistently in the market. So what's meant by stock market-like returns? Well, because we index you to the market, but we don't put your money in the market, when the market goes up, your funds go up. But when the market goes down, your funds don't go down. They're only indexed to the market. So let me show you an example here. Let's say you had $100,000 in retirement, and you have two scenarios. Number one, you're in the market, or two, you're indexed to the market with us. If you were in the market, let's take a look at the last 12 years. Well, let's see, in 2000, market returned 19%. You're up to $119,000. Now, because we give you the upside of the market without the downside potential or risk, you only made 13% here. So we cap it at 13, so you're at 113,000. Now, in the year 2001, 2, and 3, the market was going down. You're down to $71,000 if you were in the market. But with us, we don't participate in down markets, so you're still at 113,000. Banner year in 2004, congratulations, you made 26% in the market. That brought you all the way up to only losing $10,000 over the past 4 years. With us, that 13% is on top of your high water mark, so you're at $127,000. And then over the ensuing years, ups and downs, you finally ended up over 12 years making 0.19 of 1%. Your 100,000, 12 years later, is worth 102,000. But guess what? You should take the money out, fully taxable, state and federal income tax. With us, you grew, because we have the upside of the market without the downside risk, at over 6.5% per year. You're up to $213,000. And guess what? When you take it out, it's all income tax free. Taxes. You know what? What is the largest expense of every retiree in the United States? It is not medical. It's taxes. And you want to know why? Well, it's because what happens to us in what's known as the 4 phases of retirement, in that IRA or 401k, you got tax-deductible expense going in and deferred, tax-deferred on the way out. Now remember, I just said tax-deferred because you see, when you take it out, they're going to clobber you. You're going to get withdrawal. You're going to get taxed on the harvest instead of the seed. So whose retirement were you planning? Yours or Uncle Sam's? Because when you pass and transfer that money, taxable again. But our tax-free alternative, although not deductible on that small amount, the seed, it grows tax-deferred, but you get to take it out. Income tax-free, state and federal, and pass it on to your heirs. Income tax-free again. So do you want to pay those smaller taxes now or higher taxes later? Consumer dilemma number 2. Now that we've taken care of not outliving your retirement, what if you get sick on the way to retirement and can't continue to work? Who's going to fund your IRA or 401k or your retirement? What if you're one of the 67% who will suffer a heart attack, stroke, or cancer before age 65, and now you can't work to fund your retirement account? Okay, we'll fund it. That's right. We'll fully fund it immediately in one lump sum, and we'll do it in a tax-free environment. Take, for example, our client, Juan, Los Angeles, started his retirement program just last year. A few months later, he was diagnosed with cancer. We wrote him a check for $300,000+. It is this living benefit check that saved that family from emotional and financial devastation. And then consumer dilemma number 3, what if you die too soon? Well, then your family's left with an underfunded retirement account. Except with us, we'll go ahead and fully fund it immediately and do it again in a tax-free environment. You know, Ron and Linda Sharp, they took a look at this. Ron's retired, Pacific Gas and Electric, and said, hey, that's just too good to be true. So he asked his wife to check it out because Linda's an attorney. Well, Linda did check it out. Now she's an attorney that's also our client. You see, at age 56, she started the program. She'll fund the program for 6 years, and after 10 years total, we'll have a $19,000 income tax-free retirement. Let me give you an example of a 35-year-old. Let's say they want to put in a monthly contribution of about $10 a day. You know, that's a McDonald's and a Starbucks. Well, $300 a month at the end, by the time they reach 65, would be $108,000 with no interest accumulation. But because we have the upside of the market without the downside risk, it's actually illustrated to go to $338,000, and that means an income tax-free retirement of $48,000 plus per year. For how long? Well, until they live till age 75 or 85 or 95, 105, doesn't matter. You cannot outlive this retirement. And should you get sick on the way to retirement, one lump sum, nearly $250,000, will fund your account, or in the case that you die prematurely, passed on to your family $310,000. So I think you're getting the picture. We've got all of the pieces of the puzzle together, whether you live too long, become ill on the way to retirement, or die too soon. So why are you here? Well, maybe you'd like to help us spread the word in our crusade to help Americans retire with dignity. Let me show you the money on that one. Chuck and Colleen Small like it, I'll tell you. You see, in 8 days, they held 2 meetings. They had an average of 50 in each, and they made overrides of $6,000, and their organization earned over $21,000, and we're talking about 8 days. So let me show you the money. We're the only industry in the world that would leverage your dollars 10 to 12 to 1. What does that mean? Well, let's say you have a client and they want to invest $300 a month. When they put in the first $300, $3,000 is advanced immediately to the field. No other industry could do or handle commissions like that. And David Weiner likes that. You see, in 3 weeks, he had $13,000 in personal production commissions, $5,000 in overrides, and an agent in his group grossed over $26,000 in that same period of time. So, and I'll introduce you to that agent here in a second. So let's take a look at how the compensation structure works. Let's say someone started and they want to put in $300 a month. Well, that generates $3,000 to the field. You start at the 30% level, which would be $900 would be your commission on a $300 payment. And if you go through our Freedom Academy, that's a full-day training we do. It's optional, but if you do, we'll start you at 40%. Which means $1,200 a sale instead of $900. And then as you work your way up the ladder to 50, 60%, et cetera, work your way all the way up to vice president, you'll be at 80%. 80% of $3,000 is $2,400. That's if you did the sale yourself. If it was done by someone in your organization at 30% level, you're at 80, you'd receive the difference of 50%, or $1,500. Not too bad. Now, to get up to that vice president level, as you work your way up, it takes a total of about 54 sales. That's our normal promotion method. Now, you can go a different way, what we call the fast start. The fast start is geared for people who are in need of their own retirement program, that they're suitable for this product, because the first part of the fast start is you become a product of the product and start your own retirement program. And then you introduce 5 new reps. Let's say it's Bill, Mel, Pat, Sue, and Tom, who also believe that they should start their own program, and we'll use our $300 example. Now, because you're new, what we're going to do is we're going to assign you to a certified trainer who will help you every step of the way, from explaining the program, writing it up, following it through to completion. And you know what? Even though it's called a split commission, you're still going to receive $600 on each one of those, or $3,000. But guess what? It's now a total of your sale and 5 others, your sale in the first 7 days, the other 5 within 60 days. Well, then you just got promoted to VP. That's about 48 sales early. Now, when Bill does his 5 sales, you get the override at the high level there, $8,200 in overrides. What about when Mel, Pat, Sue, and Tom do their 5 sales? Well, those overrides add up. Over $41,000 plus your personal production of $3,000. That's over $44,000. And we say it can be done in the first 60 days, but we do have people actually doing it in 15 days. Matter of fact, let me show you some of the commissions we paid out as we were getting started. This is Christmas week, was that a few months ago? I'll give you the top 10. Paula, $7,500 in 1 week. Going to Jeff there, number 5 position, $17,000 in 1 week. At the top was $34,000. Estrella in 1 week. Now this was our 7th week, Christmas week, normally the worst week and the worst month. We paid out $153,000 in commissions, and that was just to the top 10, not even the rest of the company. Most companies would kill for results like these. Well, I told you I'd introduce you to that fellow in David's group. His name is Carlos. Carlos decided to do the fast track. In 3 weeks, he earned $26,000. He had his 5 personal recruits. The group totaled 9, and he had personal production commissions of $18,000, overrides of $8,000. Oh, what a fast start that was. So, How do we do this program? Well, we do it with what we call lifestyle insurance. It's an indexed universal life program with living benefits. That's right. So who are the people behind this? Well, there's some of the largest corporations in the world, most of them 100 years old or more, and all of them with tens of billions of dollars in assets. And we could do this out of the home. It's one of the best ways to lower your taxes legally as a home-based business, like children as employees, home, meals, entertainment, computers, cars, and so much more. So can the IRS pay for your $300 retirement plan? Let's take a look. Let's say you had a job, you're making $50,000 a year. You join us at Freedom Equity Group. You don't make any money yet, so you're still at gross income of $50,000. But your deductions went up from $10,000 to $20,000, and so your taxable income went down. So even in a taxable or of similar tax bracket, the money you owe the IRS went down. You're saving about $3,700 a year, or there's your $300 that we talked about for your retirement plan. Now, you're probably wondering, is an insurance license required? And the answer is yeah, it is, but it's easy to get, as I'll explain in a moment. We are a profession, and we pay professionals. We have complete training available, top commissions, travel, and incentives. As a matter of fact, you can go into our interactive map, just click on the state that you're in, and it'll tell you what the course you need to take. It costs about $70 or so. You could do it all online, even sample state test and your certificate of completion. Then it'll tell you what your state license fee, the local test center location, and contact information for the State Department of Licensing. I told you could do this at home. It's a home-based business, but it's professionally licensed, which makes it a lot different than the traditional direct sales or network marketing business where you have products coming every month for $100 plus tax and shipping, about $150. Here, you pick how much you want to save. $150 spent on auto ship means about $50 to the field in a traditional home-based business, but with us, $150 invested per month, $1,800 goes to the field. And you don't consume the auto ship, it's accumulated for you. You don't need thousands in your organization for the large incomes. A dozen or so, you could be on 6 figures. And the product's not the result of the opportunity. Everybody needs to plan for retirement. And we didn't increase the price of the product for these outstanding commissions that we pay. So, since we're a profession, let me introduce you to our professional decentralized management system. We call it the Freedom Equity Group Field Management System and the Freedom Academy. You see, we're opening up offices and appointing city managers and state directors. We're going to put 400 professional compliant locations around the country so that you're in California, you know somebody in Cleveland maybe, or Atlanta. Well, we have a director, a city manager there in Atlanta. You can send prospects to. You can sponsor people. They could be trained there. They're treated like they're frontline to that person in Atlanta. You could build all over the nation knowing that your people are taken care of. And they can go to an optional full-day Saturday training, learn everything there is about this program and the business and the product. And when they do that, they take home the course, a complete business building system with audio and video workbook, special website, increased commissions, and daily video email tip of the day. This is what's known as our Freedom Academy. Let me let you know what the upcoming trainings are. This weekend, San Diego, April 6th, then Atlanta next week, Dallas the week after that, Honolulu the week after that, and then Seattle, then Northern California, and we'll keep updating you on all that. By the way, here's a picture of somebody. Do you recognize who it is? His name is Art Williams. He started a company called A.L. Williams and brought nearly 1 million new agents into the industry. He probably made more millionaires than any other company, and he did it on a $50 a month premium. Our average premium is over $300. And you know what? He became a billionaire with the sale of the company. It's now called Primerica. You see, insurance companies like to buy back blocks of business if they're large enough, but they don't stop the business from going. All the people in Art Williams' company still kept going with their organizations and their clients and their income, etc. But he got the cash out his retirement program? What about the thousands of people that help build value for that company? Well, we think a little differently. We think that you deserve equity, not trophies, and that's why our plan and philosophy is we're going to build this together to be with the largest agency ever, and then we're going to sell it back to the carriers. Now, your business will still go, cash flow will still be there, but then the proceeds, which will be huge, we're going to share it. We're going to share it with those who help us build it. Our official launch on this, even though we're fully functional right now, Caesars Palace in Las Vegas on the 31st of May and the 1st of June. Like I said, we are fully functional right now. Time frame and cost, well, there's probably going to be a startup cost to be determined once we get to Vegas. But right now, hey, there's no cost to sign up, and you won't be charged a sign-up fee later. So what's next? Well, you want to get back with the person that invited you to today's presentation, and you want to let them know where you are on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 means, well, you really don't have an interest. And 10 says, hey, let's get going today. This is good. Anywhere in between means you have a few questions, and once they're answered to your satisfaction, then you're ready to go. You know, most people have 3 questions, and the first one is, like, is it real? Well, let me ask you. We're talking about, you know, some of the largest companies in the United States, billions of dollars in assets, solving one of America's biggest dilemmas in the 2nd largest industry in the world next to banking. Well, you know what? That's about as real as it gets. This company, this industry, this program isn't going anywhere soon. Then the next question is, well, can I do this? Well, let's go back to the question we started with, and that was, can you retire at age 65 with the lifestyle that you'll have at age 64 while you're working, and can you do that indefinitely? If your answer was no, you know what? Bet you everybody you know, their answer is no. Can you invite them onto a webinar like this? We do it Monday through Thursday. That's how easy you can do it. And then the question is, well, will you help me? And the answer is, yeah, I will help you. I'm Rick Walsh, VP of Sales, and I'd be glad to help you, Terrence or Stephen. Hey, Rosie, Ron, Renee, no problem. Melvin, Kimberly, Ed, Daryl, Charles, no problem, Billy. What do I mean? Well, if you wanted to get started on what is known as the fast track to that vice president level, you become a product of the product and you want to build, well, then I'm going to help you get a fast start, because a fast start is an easy start. Within the next week or so, we'll do a custom branded webinar together. Well, what's a custom branded webinar? Well, you're on a webinar right now, so that's pretty easy. Custom branded webinars, you pick the time and the date. It's for your contacts. I'll draw up a custom invitation for you to send out. It'll be branded to you. You welcome the guest, and I'll do the webinar. Your picture and bio will be on the first slide of the webinar, and we'll draw up some customized follow-up letters to be sent out on your behalf. Now, we're going to record the webinar and send you the video file so you can post it on YouTube or on your page on the Internet. We even have 3 different recorded phone calls that you could 3-way somebody into. They're 7 minutes long. You'll want to get a pen and copy down these numbers to introduce people to how they could retire with dignity. Dial them into 518-530-1512. Now, if you want to introduce them to the opportunity that we have, then the last 4 digits change to 1513. And if you have insurance agents that are interested, well, you want to have them dial into the last 4 numbers of 1514. You know, we do have other resources for your due diligence, like these webinars that we do Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. If you know leaders in the direct sales of the networking industry who might qualify to be one of our city managers or what we call Freedom Academy city managers, then we do a special webinar Monday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, and one that's specific for insurance agents, you know, so you have what they want, you want to show them they need a sponsor. That's at Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Our launch conference is 31 May, and the website is www.fegcorp.com. Really is a whole new world of opportunity. You know, that opportunity to retire early and retire in style and retire tax-free. Next step, pretty simple. Sign up for free. and start the licensing process if you're not licensed, and activate, if you're going on that fast track, you want to activate your personal plan within the first 7 days. And then bring your top 5 coachable, serious people, and we'll help you build your team and achieve your goals. Hey, thanks for joining us. And right now, you need to call the person who invited you to review this message and let them know where you are on that scale of 1 to 10. We look forward to working with you. Have a great day. Thanks now. Bye-bye.